Prediction Ascension podcast. Hate me or love me. There's no in between. So I've been in hiatus for a while. I've been trying to bring you videos here and there. So the charge has been dropped against the woman and her son in a fatal restaurant shooting. Yes, CBS Chicago, fair use. If you see the whole dynamic of the video, yes, I think it was justified shooting. If any young man sees his mom getting pummeled by a woman, man, anything, or she's in danger, he has the right to defend her and defend himself. He's a 14-year-old kid. He can't defend himself against a grown man. Not only he can't defend himself, his mom can't defend himself against a grown man. Okay, there was speculations. I was waiting for the whole shit to come out and things of that nature, but apparently this guy was part of the GDs or whatever. It doesn't even matter. But to see a grown man catch an attitude with a female and pummel her like that, you're a coward, bro. So he does deserve what he got. Now he's pushing up daisies. But the real question is, now people are upset that no other man stood in for the situation and stuff like that. No, because society that we're in right now has created an atmosphere that is okay for a child and a woman to go against a man and cause bodily harm. But if that man decides to step in to save them two and cause bodily harm to the man that pummeled this woman, he will go to jail. He wouldn't have charges dropped against him. He'd be fighting bond, and they would all this evidence would come to light or rise to a situation, and he would still have to prove his innocence in court. Let's use an example as the white boy ex-Marine that's on bond right now that put the chokeholds and allegedly killed the Michael Jackson impersonator that I did a video on before. The grand jury indicted him. That's why men do not want to get involved with certain altercations, because we're not coming home. We have to prove our innocence no matter what. Even though this video shows that she was getting pummeled first, it's still a factor that a man will still have to prove his innocence, whether he had a license to carry, whether he was in the right, whether we seen dozens of videos of him getting pummeled and punched and stomped to the ground. He still doesn't have a right to pull the trigger. A man will have to fight till the end to prove his innocence. But a man and a woman and a child doesn't have to prove their innocence. Even if the video didn't come out and show this, the charges would have been dropped automatically, because she's a woman, and men do not want to get involved with certain situations because we're not coming home. Everything is twisted on men. So I understand that certain men didn't step into this altercation because men know somebody's got to die or somebody's going to jail. And it's not a good option. We don't have options. You make a choice, those are the two options. Jail, or you're going to be dead for helping anyone these days. And it happens, me. You know what I mean? So let's look at the video and see what you think.
We begin with breaking news this afternoon. Prosecutors dropped murder charges.
Fair use, CBS News Chicago.
Accused in the shooting death of a man during a fight at a fast food restaurant.
The decision comes after video came to light showing the victim punching the woman before the gunfire started. Carlicia Hood walked out of jail a little more than an hour ago, hugging her family in relief. And that is where we find CBS 2's Charlie DeMar. He is live with more on today's emotional court proceedings. Charlie?
And Jim and Marie, we were in court as those charges were dropped. Those charges were dropped after the Cook County State's Attorney's Office said they simply could not meet the burden of proof in both of these cases. As you mentioned, Carlicia Hood walked free from the Cook County Jail, and we're told her 14-year-old son was released earlier today from a juvenile detention facility. Carlicia Hood walked free from the Cook County Jail and shared this emotional hug with family. The reunion comes hours after murder charges against Hood and her 14-year-old son were dropped.
If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
The charges stem from the fatal shooting of Jeremy Brown inside the Maxwell Street Express in the West Pullman neighborhood. Video posted to social media shows Hood arguing with Brown inside the restaurant. Prosecutors say
What give you a right to put your hand on a woman like that?
Texting her 14-year-old son, who was waiting outside in the car.
I'm all for women's rights and stuff like that, but it's like, bro, there's no way you can feel to put your hand on a woman like that with no repercussions. And her son, the little savage, what he was, he put you out. It is what it is. He a killer now. He a killer. And she taught him right. I'm not even gonna lie. She taught him right. She taught him how to use a gun, hold a gun. But he was struggling getting the gun out the hoodie, man. You're supposed to let loose while I was in your hoodie. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta pull that shit out. Let loose while you're in your hoodie. It is what it is. But you know, nobody's gonna stand for that. Not even if she's in the wrong. You walk away, bro. And that's the thing about it. These women be putting their children and themselves in danger. They shouldn't be in stores late at night. Only niggas that should be in hot dog stores at whatever halal spots at 24 hours is niggas coming home from work, savages selling drugs, and the prostitutes. That's it. If you're a law-abiding citizen, woman coming from work with your kid, you shouldn't be out at 2, 3 in the morning anywhere. Y'all gotta learn to start cooking for your kids again and not be in these stores. Only niggas allowed in these stores is late night workers and shit like that need something to eat before they go to sleep and turn themselves in. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
This video shows the teen enter the restaurant and witness Brown hit his mom at least 3 times in the head and face. Prosecutors say that's when the 14-year-old pulled out a gun and shot Brown in the back. Both Hood and her son initially faced murder charges, and she was being held on a $3 million bond. Today, those charges were dropped by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office.
You have the right to use deadly force to stop that force against another person. And that's exactly what happened in this case. And that's exactly why the State's Attorney's Office dropped this case today.
Now, Hood declined to comment shortly after she was released from jail, but her family and her attorney tell me they are relieved that she is home this afternoon, that she will be with family, and they also tell me that they feel that justice has finally been served.
Now remember, she was let off on all charges, and so was her son. But the factor is, there's a case in New York right now where a guy restrained another guy, and he passed away because of the circumstances. I think she was let off because she was a woman and there was a child involved. But the video does show she was getting pummeled. The other video doesn't show that. It shows the guy stopping a situation and he was restraining him. So we don't understand the case of the knowledge of certain things, but it's a lot that's going on right now. And me personally speaking, I see that a lot of men don't want to get involved with certain situations because it's a problem at the end. You either going to jail or you're going to die. When it comes to women and children, they're not going to die or they go to jail, but the charges are going to be dropped because the video evidence clearly shows that it was, I think it was self-defense. Her son was purely showing self-defense for his mother because his mother was getting pummeled by a goddamn savage. But it is what it is, man. Predictions Decision Podcast. Hate me, love me, there's no in between. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out with the algorithm. I got more videos for you. Don't even worry about it. This is just the beginning. Try to follow to the end. If you watch to the end, you should be subscribing. I'm just understanding. You understand that?